This is Hannibal here from thehannibaltv.com with my review of the Buff Bagwell Dark Side of the Ring. By the way, you can listen to my interview with Buff Bagwell if you go to the description of this video. For some reason, he had heat with me over this interview, but I just want to say, if you hear this, Buff, I really hold nothing against you. I really wish you the best. This was actually the best Dark Side of the Ring episode I've seen since I can remember. There was far better than the Terry Gordy one, entertainment-wise. There's some disturbing stuff in here, like one of Buff's friends tells a story about Buff's mom, like Buff being on his hands and knees like a dog, and his mom like holding the skin of his dick and pulling it back and shaving his balls, which is just disturbing on many levels. There's a story that Buff told in my interview with him, just in more detail with his dad in it too, about him shooting his dad. He's been married 3 times. Like all wrestlers, he's had a bunch of marital issues. He was really popular in WCW. I'll give him that. He never reached his full potential. The American Male's theme song was great. It was simple but great. I'll give him that. As far as what happened with him in WWE, I think if he had gone on the indies and shown that he could overcome the personal demons like Eddie Guerrero did, for instance, they would have hired him back. I mean, I don't think he was fired because of a bad match. I think he was fired because he thought he could bring the WCW attitude to WWE, and it's just way more structured and less laid back there. I don't think the Booker T match was bad. I mean, there's no question WCW dropped the ball, or WWE dropped the ball with the WCW invasion 100%. I was a fan of Buff. I mean, he got to push young. Missy Hyatt's in this too. She discovered Buff Bagwell. Both of them claim they haven't had sex with each other, and that's amazing to me. He does admit being a gigolo at one point. That was not only legit for the TV show, but he actually did hire himself out as a gigolo. One thing that came out of this is his partner, Scotty Riggs, was suicidal recently. And Scotty Riggs, I've never heard anyone say a bad word about. And it's just too bad when you look at the American Males tag team, when it shows clips of them when they debuted in WCW, like young, handsome jocks, like the stereotypical guys, all American boys, you could say, that any girl would want. And then, I mean, Scotty Riggs is like contemplating suicide now, looks totally different. Buff Bagwell's had a book worth of issues. One interesting thing is that Buff's dad gave them drugs, him and his kid and his friends drugs when they were young, because he didn't want them to get them from bad places. I mean, I guess there's a point in that. Seems like he was grew up very privileged. Supposedly got a Corvette when he was 16. So if you're spoiled all your life, I mean, you're bound to have an attitude, and I think the attitude is what ultimately hurt him in life. So I wish him the best, and Scotty Riggs, I wish you the best too. Um, I hope Buff Bagwell's latest run with DDP is successful. God bless you.